If you could get only one implant to increase your odds of survival in an active war zone, which one would you get? Boobs. Either thermal vision or frag-resistant skin. Heelys. Optical camo seems an obvious choice since it also includes thermals. Sandevistan also seems a no-brainer. But really the greatest way to improve survivability would be a cyber deck, since as soon as you show you can bend literally any computer system in the world over your knee and spank the shit out of it, you won't be deployed on the front anymore anyways. A 10-inch dick and 8-inch in girth. It might not boost my combat capabilities, but it sure as hell boost my performance on my spoils of war. You could honestly impale someone with it when you go cyber psycho. BioWare instead of cyberware. Netrunners and AIs can't explode your head in implants the second you step foot on the battlefield. Grapindex boys, where we at? Gotta be Oracle eyes. Effects active when scanning. Highlights enemies within 19.5 meters, including enemies behind cover. Highlights cameras and turrets within 39 meters. Highlights explosive devices and traps near your crosshairs and within 29 meters. These effects remain active for 60 seconds after scanning. 8 to 10 optical zoom when scanning, especially considering time slows to a near stop when scanning, so you can autistically scan everything all the time and it basically happens instantly. Imagine not replacing your legs with tank treads. Couldn't be me. Is there an implant that makes everyone believe that I am a senator's son? Does anyone know how bulletproof subdermal armor is canonically? Because if it's get mag dumped by an assault rifle and walk it off, then I'll go with that for sure. But I think it's intended more for low caliber guns and melee combat. In which case I'd probably go with some sort of optics, probably Kiroshi or whatever. But I also have to consider, how does Sandevistan work? Would I actually be running faster than people can see and possibly even dodge bullets? If so, how the hell does that work without my body literally tearing apart? All the other implants in the game are future technology, but the Sandevistan seems like straight up magic without a full body replacement as a baseline. Today we have the technology to put spider silk in the skin, making it much more resistant. Already been done. You could graft it to a person and make them pistol resistant for sure. Sandevistan was pretty baller. I'll take that. Subdermal armor is 100% an implant in CP20XX. You can up it to such a degree it makes you look uglier as a result. If the goal is to survive, why bother having any meat to damage? The Onion says thermo-optics are the answer. Never played Cyberpunk, but if I had a choice, some kind of nanomachine hyperclotting. So when you're wounded, you don't bleed out. Most casualties in war involve traumatic blood loss, usually from shrapnel or bullets that break up on impact, whether they were designed that way or they get a lucky hit on a frass plate. Being able to stop blood loss immediately after being wounded would be a game changer for soldiers. No more need for a tourniquet, as the wound would seal itself almost immediately and remain firm enough that you could continue fighting. If not that, then the masking system from Genocidal Organ, where you feel no pain or fear while in a combat zone. The enemy would have to literally blow you to pieces to get you to stop coming after them. Have it be a switch you can turn on and off during operations. Kerenzikov, anyone? If you're trying to survive in a war zone, this is perfect. The pros are: 1. A passive effect of keeping your body in an alert, focused state. 2. Has an active effect that functions like a Sandevistan light. 3. Constant alertness also means you will notice details that could save your life. The con is that it never turns off. Practical military augmentation would probably be a sleep reduction implant, cardio boosting, super camouflage, and super sensors, in that order. Armor, muscles, and gadgets are neat, but basically unimportant militarily. Shadowrun has a BioWare implant that expands the range of things the human GI tract can digest. Pete is one of the examples listed. It even comes free with a taste bud modification to let you eat those new things without immediately wanting to puke. That would be useful for scouts and anyone that gets trapped behind enemy lines. Whatever form of nanomachine Senator Armstrong has, the cybernetic enhancements in 2077 are mostly shit. Deus Ex alone showed the superiority of nanomachines over cybernetics. Shadowrun 4th ED literally has that. It doesn't let you punch building-sized crab robots in half, though, and your joints are still somewhat vulnerable unless you don't mind the trade-off of not being able to move at all while you have that thing active. More realistic depiction, but then Metal Gear had only ever been semi-realistic at most.
Tell me what's the